It's hard to believe we're almost all the way through May of 2007. Welcome back to NWA Mountain State Wrestling. This Saturday, we got an exciting action-packed show for you. The NWA Mountain State Tag Team titles are on the line. Chris King will defend the television title. Not sure how that knee's going to hold up. You saw last week. He almost got taken out, but he's going to defend the title against none other than Dr. Roger Hamm. So that should be an exciting matchup. And then in our main event, a non-title match, Frank the Tank Parker takes on Jason Kincaid. It's going to be a great hour. Stay tuned. Call your friends. Have them tune it right here to Fox, West Virginia, WVNS DT TV. We're back in a second with our first match. Diablo Jr. kind of reminds me of two old ladies sitting around eating some tea and crumpets with a little chihuahua begging for scraps.
Tea and crumpets and eating a little chihuahua. I hear you.
Chihuahua's a dog for lazy people. You just hold them out the window and squeeze.
That's it, absolutely. The following contest is a six-man tag team matchup scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, managed by J.C. Dykes Jr., Diablo Jr. And his partners, your NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Big Willie Blackheart and the Bandit, the Bunkhouse Boys. And introducing their opponents, from Princeton, West Virginia, Dynamite Derik Billings. From Hotlanta, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Litt. And from Pineville, West Virginia, the god of all rednecks, Michael Cook. Mark Flash, your referee. Mark Flash refereeing his first matchup of the night. This probably absolutely something to the wall six-man tag team matchup. Can't say what the something's gonna be.
Belly to the wall.
Belly to the wall. Face to the wall. Or like Jerry Jeff Walker said, up against the wall, redneck mother. I mean, something's gonna give in this tag team matchup.
I have no idea where you're going with that, but Billy Litt getting the crowd riled up for this six-man tag match. Diablo Jr., the Bunkhouse Boys, against former NWA Mountain State Tag Team Champions, Dynamite Derik, Billings, Billy Litt, and the God of all rednecks, of course, Michael Cook.
With JC Dykes on the outside of the ring, judging from JC Dykes' performance last week, they could very well be a 7-man tag team matchup. You just never know.
6.5.
6.5.
6 and 3/4, but JC Dykes and Diablo Jr. together, you get 3/4.
Bandit gets a jump on Billy Litt. Billy Litt was playing to the crowd, and the Bandit tells Flash to just get out of the way. Cinches in the arm wringer.
Bandit just told that Mark to get out of the way.
Bandit's going for the left arm again. NWA, Mountain State Wrestling, one of the fastest growing independent organizations in the country, right here on Fox, West Virginia, courtesy of Cucumber and Company. Buddy Love, Dean Bibb calling the action in this first matchup of the night.
An exciting way to get things started here as the Bandit stretching out the arm and shoulder of Billy Litt from Hot Atlanta, Georgia.
Another student of Sarge Buddy Parker at the WWA 4. Bandit sends him into the corner. And Billy cuts him off with a knee lift to the abdomen.
Also got a piece of the elbow across the eyes. But, the Bandit using that size and experience advantage. Had that scouted, came across with a clothesline, going for 2.
That was a beautiful counter. I don't care who you are or who you're rooting for. And the room got quiet.
Billy Litt's worn down already. That was a powerful maneuver, wearing down the young up-and-comer. Going for maybe a power bomb?
Power bomb because the pound driver.
Or maybe the band maneuver. No, it will be.
Ooh, that's going to leave a mark. Billy Litt sent across the ring.
Wearing down the shoulder blades in the back. Billy Litt with a counter. Nice head scissor takeover. Billy Litt pops up with a cover. 1, 2. And Diablo Jr. put his foot on the ropes, but Bandit was able to kick out.
I think JC Dykes Jr. was orchestrating that one. I think he told Diablo to do it. And here's a tag to Dynamite. Derik Billings, hometown of Princeton, West Virginia, right here. In front of a hometown crowd. Hometown proud.
Dynamite Derik Billings. Very talented wrestler. It just improves every week. And he's going to be a major star in the world of wrestling. Not just NWA Mountain State. Not just the NWA. We're talking worldwide.
I tend to agree. It's just a matter of time before he blows up.
His look, his style of wrestling. A lot of it is modeled after one of his favorite wrestlers, Randy Orton. But of course, he is all natural, as is, we've heard rumors. Maybe Randy Orton isn't quite as honest as we think.
Bulldog by the all-natural Dynamite, Derik Billings. Bandit coming in and breaking it up. We have yet to see Willie Blackheart in there for more than 5 seconds.
Nice double underhook. Nicely done. And Mark Flash.
Out of position.
Got to get that Mark in position. Tilt-a-whirl slam. Nicely done. Big knee to the little head. 1.
Bandit reaching in and breaking that up in his Big Show styled singlet. And here comes Michael Cook making his first impact in the match.
Working on Diablo's left arm, or as they say in Mexico, la izquierda.
Nice. And now it's the hurt like hammer. Cook sends him off.
Ooh, arm drag on la izquierda. Continuing to work la izquierda with a knee drop.
He's working that left arm, Anderson style.
Working on the left arm while that right arm is stretching. Bandit's trying to bring Diablo closer to the ropes.
Why not just tag?
Should have?
Could have, I guess, if the referee was watching.
Sometimes that marks is out of position.
I'll tell you what. Billy Litt selling it like an auctioneer. He says that's wrestling right there in the ring. been a well-fought match so far. The tide has gone both ways so far, both teams. As Diablo sends Michael Cook in with a clothesline. Looks like, honestly, you might see some blood coming out from above the mouth of Diablo, like maybe his nose is busted.
Michael Cook with a nice reversal, but another nice reversal. Grab the tights against position. 2, and Michael Cook able to kick out like the well-oiled machine he is.
Big Willie giving a knee.
In a no man's land, and Mark Flash has got to break this up. Instead, Diablo Jr. leading that Mark around by his nose.
Bandit choking out Michael Cook by the tag rope.
And watch the cowbell, JC Dykes Jr. We get a shot of that. It's just an unfair advantage. Big Willie Blackheart and the referee keeping Dynamite Derik Billings ability at bay. Meanwhile, Michael Cook is getting cooked in the corner.
Did you see the glazed look in his eyes? He was almost unresponsive, buddy. And you got the Bunkhouse boys setting up. Bandit with a snap suplex.
They don't call it snap because it's so quick. They call it snap because it snaps your vertebrae as you go over.
Absolutely. I would not want to be on the receiving end of one of those.
Nor the boot to the throat there. Michael Cook gonna squirm his way towards his corner, trying to get a tag. But a stomp to the small of the back, and the Bandit eliminates the possibility of a tag. A couple cheap shots there in the corner. Derik Billings reeling, maybe got punched in the nose. Billy Litt desperately trying to get over there, but Flash will put him back into the corner.
Billy Litt's not doing his partner Michael Cook any favors right now. And Bandit just clears the corner. This is twice.
And we got a 3-on-1 affair as Michael Cook is getting beat. And a big, what do we got here? Running power slam.
All right, this has just gone out of control.
The referee is down. The Bandit has just slammed the heck out of that Mark Flash. And all Hades is broken loose. We got fighting everywhere.
We got the fight in the stands. We got the fight up front in front of us. We got the fight
cowbell. Michael Cook on his feet. 1, 2, 3.
We need a referee here. We've got Derik Billings getting choked out on the floor, dragged around.
In the ring, Michael Cook. Nice drop kick to the knee. We got Willie Blackheart dragging Derik Billings with that cowbell and jaw rope.
All right, we've got Bubba Kyle coming in.
On a rumble. Out of possession, slowly. 1, 2, 3, and the match is over.
We do have a winner, but the fight's going on to our left.
The battle is over, but the war continues.
Buddy, the fight has gone outside.
The fight has gone outside. Let's get a camera out there. Do we have a camera out there? The fight continues. Derik Billings being dragged. Dragged like a deer out of the woods. They're going to go do a field dressing on him and Billy Litt. Hope the camera catches the action. Let's go to the camera.
Cook is heading out there. Cook's going to go support his boys.
Cook's going to go out there and try to help. Diablo Jr. running like he's crossing the border. Let's go watch what's happening on in the back.
I'm going to follow the action. I've got the wireless.
Breakfast of champions. You know, about the only thing that's better than a hot dog is a free hot dog. And you, yes, you have your chance at a free hot dog. But you got to come to Bud, and Johnny Blast has got to lose. Now it's tonight, May the 19th. May the 19th in Bud. If Johnny Blast loses tonight in Bud, you all get free hot dogs. But you know what? Johnny Blast isn't going to lose. And this is going to be as close to a free hot dog as you ever get.
Still kind of reeling with what happened just now with the six-man tag team matchup where the fight spilled over to the outside and we have people.
I saw Sean in the back, wearing those green tights and everything. I said, hey, those are some great looking tights. They come in your size.
All right, good handshake and a sign of
respect.
Yes, absolutely.
Respect, goodwill to man.
'Tis the season for something, even if it is a beatdown right here on Fox, West Virginia. Good handshake. Tony has worked so closely with some of these guys who have less than a year experience, like Sean O'Sullivan and raw talent Ricky Shane. And they will be the first to tell you that we have learned so much from Worm, and they're so grateful. Let's see what kind of surprises that Worm has in store for Sean O'Sullivan.
Sean O'Sullivan with the hammerlock going. Oh, did Worm use the hair to get him?
He might have. I was about to say Patrick Nicholas there instead of Sean O'Sullivan, but he might have.
Both Irish.
I think he did there. I mean, to be totally honest with you, I think he used a bit of hair on the side takeover.
In any event, Worm now has to kick out of the head scissors here. Rolls out of it, gets back up to his knees, back to the headlock.
Good reversal by Tony Worm Richardson. Makes a trip up from Damascus, Virginia into the Mountain State to be a part of NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
Another clean break here. I'm the kind of guy, I like a clean break, like everything to be fair, but do this. Let's get ready to wrestle. Right to the drop toe hold, working on the knee with a half crab.
Good move.
Painful move.
Haven't had the displeasure. Oh, I was just saying I haven't had the displeasure.
It works the knee, works the ankle, the calf, and if applied with the proper force, can help work on that groin, the thighs. I mean, everything. It's not just a knee wear down. It wears down the whole leg.
That was a good veteran move by Richardson on the unsuspecting O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan now with the scoop slam. Good body slam.
And another clean, well, it wasn't really a break, but O'Sullivan, of course, respecting the rules. Guys in the corner, in the ropes, back off, give him the space. Although, I mean, a wily veteran like Richardson He may be setting up the young up.
Could be. Here's another slam.
Big slam. Down goes Richardson.
That's going to take its toll on the smaller Richardson's back. Might want to try a different tactic. He broke things up well with the drop toe hold. Let's see what else Worm Richardson has in store for Sean O'Sullivan.
Worm is cut. He's pretty strong, man. He's very agile, very quick. But he can't use those. He's got to outthink. He's got to outsmart the young, inexperienced Sean O'Sullivan.
And he put a knee right into Sullivan's rib cage right there in the corner. There was no clean break there. He says, sorry, buddy, trying to win.
I mean, it's not a cheap move. It's just hey, I'm better than you. You better keep on your game.
That's it.
Back into the corner.
It can come from anywhere.
See, a clean break by O'Sullivan. Oh, but O'Sullivan was trying for the cheap maneuver. And the wily veteran ducks out of the way.
Yeah, and Worm's telling him, I was ready for you, son. That's one of the beauties of Mountain State Wrestling. You get veterans like Tony Richardson. You get newcomers like Sean O'Sullivan. It's a breeding ground for new talent. But it's also a big enough organization that it will draw the talent like Tony Richardson and the North American Tag Team Champions, Scotty Blaze and Scotty Rocker. They come in because they know that this is where they can make even more of a name for themselves. We've had Ricky Morton here. We've had the Maestro, Stroh. We've had Barbarian. And we will have others.
And Sean O'Sullivan getting cocky, learning from the veteran. Oh, nice maneuver by the veteran, suckered in the young guy. Oh, and that could be it.
And a pull of the ropes even.
He grabbed the ropes? That's not the Worm we know.
Your winner, Tony the Worm Richardson.
Hey man, something will happen in your match tonight with Tony Richards.
What are you talking about?
You didn't see it? He held the ropes on the pin.
Well, I know last week he left you out for dry.
Yeah, he left me in the ring with them big Bunkhouse boys to do what they wanted. What's up
What's
with that?
The 2006 Most Hated Wrestler of the Year, most likely for beating Bubba Kai with the belt. But in any event, in the far reaches of this arena, you may have seen it on the ringside camera. Of course, lost last week to Diablo Jr. with a loaded mask.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Roswell, New Mexico, he is Johnny Blast. His opponent hails from Radford, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, Devin Davis. Brian Bubba Kyle, your referee. Devin Davis, the definite crowd favorite. There's no questions asked. I haven't seen anyone raise a hand of support for Johnny Blast in I don't know how many months.
Yeah, actually, I think that, going back to the first match, that Mark Flash is more popular than Johnny Blast. And that's saying something.
Man, I tell you what, it'd be close. Timekeeper Kris ringing the bell. The crew in the house keeping the official time for Mountain State Wrestling.
But when the match lasts longer than 3 minutes, he loses count. So, we have him some help standing by. I believe Mrs. Dean Bibb is over there helping him out.
Absolutely. In the NWA Mountain State Wrestling long sleeve. Available absolutely nowhere. It was custom made for only a handful of people. And she's the only one that I know of that has the long sleeve.
It was actually done by hand by some old ladies up in a retirement home in Beckley.
I think so.
With watercolors.
With love in every stitch. Johnny Blast working Devin Davis up against the ropes there. Clean break.
What?
Can you believe it? Johnny Blast, clean break. Same sentence. Unbelievable.
Usually there's a no or some kind of negative word in there in the middle. No clean break. Doesn't clean break. But Johnny Blast clean broke. Interesting.
Maybe Johnny Blast is turning over a new leaf.
Well, I mean, he lost last week. Fair and square just got beat by Franklin St. Parker. So maybe he is turning over a new leaf. Maybe he realizes he needs the support of the crowd. Maybe he needs to wrestle clean, fair and square, and just go out there and give everything you got. And that's what Devin Davis does every week.
That's right. Devin Davis plays it clean. He plays it fair. Bubba counts up to 3, and there's the forearm delivered by Johnny Blast. There's that no clean break.
Yeah, plus he did grab the hair pulling back, so we're as good as weather, man. We're only right some of the time.
That's right, AccuGuess. Big slam in the battle of the hair farmers. Both men got the long hair flowing. I should have never cut my hair, buddy love.
You have hair?
I do have hair, a little bit. I once had more hair than Johnny Blast and Devin Davis combined.
Are we counting on your back, too?
Yes, absolutely.
Keep your mouth shut.
Thank God for Nair. Johnny Blast, he says, keep your eyes on me, not on them. That was what you call fair warning, no pun intended.
Devin Davis right to that arm.
Bubba Kyle checking for submission here in Princeton, West Virginia. One of the hotbeds of NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Big kick to the breadbasket. Devin
Close
Davis.
fist.
Yep.
So much for our idea of turning over a new leaf. Maybe he just forgot himself and had a second and that clean break earlier.
Well,
There
you
we
know,
are.
it may be a new leaf, but it's still rotten as the old one. You know what? In the case of Johnny Blast, if it isn't broken, why fix it? He's had this level of success being this way. Why change? Devin Davis, he's reeling on the floor, and here comes Johnny Blast from his blind spot.
Johnny Blast coming over. Double axe handle right to the back. And our good friend, I believe he's a Vietnam veteran over there, giving him the business.
I don't honestly think that man wants anything to do with Johnny Blast. But he was almost face to face. That's what this is. This is live wrestling action. This is the way it should be. You never know what's going to break loose.
We have fights outside. We got people that we think we can trust that pull out cheap maneuvers. People who normally pull out cheap maneuvers start playing fair. Then they go right back to pulling out cheap maneuvers.
Modified. That was a modified Beal throw. Why was it modified? It's because he didn't hook him under the arm. He used the ponytail to throw him halfway across the ring.
And that's never pleasant. Not that I know, I've never had hair that long.
Well, Johnny Blast is just pretty much telling Bubba Kyle, I'm going to run this match. You just sit down for the ride as he applies a reverse chin lock. He's got that knee right at the base of the skull. Devin Davis trying to get the crowd behind him.
Devin Davis working back up to a vertical base. Couple elbows coming off the ropes. Ducks one. Comes back. Forearm to the face. Both men are down. Bunkhouse doing what he does best. Counting. 2.
That was a good old Eddie Gilbert 5-iron. If you remember the 5-iron, buddy, that's what that was. Forearm to the forehead.
Punch blocked by Davis. Big punch to the right side of the face. Another big punch. Another big punch. Devin Davis just going to town with those roundhouses, connecting all over Johnny Blast's ugly face. Devin Davis able to avoid the turnbuckle. Sunset flip. Johnny Blast trying to hang on. Rolls up 1, 2. But no, that is not the end of the match.
But it was almost the end. It was a 2.5 if ever my eyes saw one.
Devin Davis cleared for takeoff. Let's see. But whoa!
Using Bubba Kyle as an offensive weapon.
And Bubba couldn't tell. And we're not sure if. Oh, look at this!
Classic Johnny Blast.
Cheap maneuver. He picks up the victory.
He lives it. He breathes it. Here is your winner, Johnny Blast.
Hot dogs. Breakfast of champions. You know, about the only thing that's better than a hot dog is a free hot dog. And you, yes, you have your chance at a free hot dog. But you got to come to Bud, and Johnny Blast has got to lose. Now it's tonight, May the 19th. May the 19th in Bud. If Johnny Blast loses tonight in Bud, you all get free hot dogs. But you know what? Johnny Blast isn't going to lose. And this is going to be as close to a free hot dog as you ever get.
About getting Frank the Tank Parker off of his feet for a 1, 2, 3.
That's going to be a near insurmountable feat because Frank the Tank, he's not easy to knock over. As fans recall a few weeks ago in Beaver, I got the
It is West Virginia blue and gold, and here comes the announcements. The following contest is a non-title match matchup scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Oak Hill, West Virginia, he is the Gift, Jason Kincaid. His opponent is your NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion from Christiansburg, Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank the Tank Parker! Patrick Nicholas, your referee for this non-title matchup.
As we said last week, Frank the Tank Parker isn't a suitable name. Like you said, Frank the Humvee Parker. Doesn't have the same ring or rhyme. But this guy's agile, he's quick, he's strong. He can beat you mentally or physically.
That's right. He's a big man, but he is a balanced man. You know what I mean? He's not, say, Samoa Joe. He's not Yokozuna. He wears his weight structured. I mean, look at him. He's got muscle. He is a big man. And he is the Mountain State Wrestling Champion. He is a fighter. He wears that strap with honor. And he brings a lot of respect to NWA Mountain State because he is a champion.
On with the lockup right away. Frank Parker easily overpowers the smaller Jason Kincaid. Kincaid's got to use quickness and hope he can out-quick the deceptively agile Frank Parker.
Kincaid claims a pull of the hair. The fans are all over Jason Kincaid like ugly on 8. The fans are on Jason Kincaid like ugly on 8.
Oh, okay.
This town is Frank the Tank country, I'm telling you. Most towns in West Virginia are.
Frank Parker working on that arm, using his height and his strength advantage to bear down on that left shoulder. Bend that elbow the wrong way. Good wrestling move.
Here's a question for you, buddy, because you are a veteran. You've been there. You've done that, okay? What do you do when you have so much pressure, say a championship match on the line? You have a championship match on the line, and you are going up against the champion, and he is just so popular, and the crowd is on you. What do you do to focus?
That's just when you got to separate the man from the boys, suck it up, say, pain is temporary. Championship gold, however brief, is forever.
You better believe it. Collar and elbow tie up right now to a side headlock. Jason Kincaid looking for an inroad here. Frank Parker, he's just standing literally straight up with the guy. Oh, and a close fist to the nose. He called that the butt of the hand. I called it like I saw it. Sorry, Frank.
Hey, you don't get to be where Frank Parker is without him taking one or two shortcuts along the way.
That's it.
But he doesn't cheat. He takes a shortcut, bends rules just ever so slightly, but not often.
He doesn't really break the rules flat out. He's not a rule breaker.
Oh, the shoulder right to the post. That's going to take away a lot of his power.
Oh.
Jason Kincaid, like a shark to blood in the water, senses some pain, some weakness in that shoulder, goes right to work. And able to apply the hammerlock even though Frank Parker is down.
He didn't even wait for Parker to come up.
And that's what he's got to do. Use his quickness and use his smaller size to get in those little crevices and try to outquick him. And just wear down the big man. You chop. Like the old riddle with Paul Bunyan. He started chopping the tree from the top, and that's how he was able to finally chop that tree that wouldn't stop growing.
That's right.
And that's what Jason Kincaid is doing right now.
Jason's using his leverage advantage right now.
And Frank Parker's just so big and strong, he's getting right back up.
It would be hard to hold Frank Parker down. But look at that. Kincaid going right back to the injury.
That bony elbow digging right into that trap.
And that stopped Parker from reaching his feet momentarily. He's up now. Reversal by the champion.
And that's the versatility we're talking about, the power, the technical ability, the deceptive speed, but right there, Jason Kincaid able to duck out, goes right back to that left shoulder.
Jason Kincaid right now. Wow. Did you hear that joint pop?
Tearing at that rotator cuff. Working on that shoulder. Taking away the power game.
This is a clinic on the classic par of the Andersons, the Funk brothers. Take a piece of the body and work it till it fails.
Any part of the body is just like a piece of plastic. If you bend it enough for a long enough time, it'll just break.
Yep.
And that's what Kincaid's doing. He's working that piece of plastic, making it bend white right there in the curve, in the crevice. And then he's going to snap it. And Frank Parker's got to watch not to get too weak in that left shoulder, because no matter how strong he is, when you've only got one arm, that takes away half of your game.
Absolutely. He can't execute a power move like a slam or a power bomb. Maybe not a suplex either. Snapmare takes Kincaid over.
Oh, and he misses the elbow. He used the left arm for the elbow, and that's just going to further damage that arm. Knee drop to that left arm. Jason Kincaid scientifically dismantling the champion, going for a cover, 2, and Parker able to kick out. And that's a good maneuver there by Kincaid, able to jump over and put the pressure on the injured arm and try to divert the attention of the champion from getting pinned to the fact that his arm is in excruciating pain.
Oh, and Kincaid misses that one. Parker with the kick to the midsection, lays in some fists and sends him off.
There's the drop kick. That's the drop kick we talk about. How many men at 270 pounds can do that? And a big right arm clothesline by Frank the Tank Parker. Going for that finish maneuver we saw last week. Can he finish him off right here? He finished Johnny Blast off last week. Kincaid fighting, but will not get out of it. That's the end, or should be the end. 2, 3, and that's the matchup.
Here is your winner, your NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Frank the Tank Parker!
Tonight, Roger Hamm, I've got to put this title on the line against you. See, Jason Kincaid, last week, you want to jump me after my match. You want to injure me. You took out my neck. You took out my knee. See, I'm still a fighting champion, 100% or not. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to put this title on the line, and I will come out your NWA Mountain State Television Champion.
I mean, this is no slouch. Dr. Roger Hamm is beating some monsters.
The following contest is your main event. It is one fall for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Pocahontas, Virginia, the only man with a PhD in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Roger Hamm. His opponent is your NWA Mountain State Wrestling Television Champion from the capital city of Charleston, West Virginia, ladies and gentlemen. He is Kris King. Your referee for this title matchup is Brian Bubba Kyle. And Bubba's showing off the gold, showing off the title bling to those in the ring.
the NWA Mountain State television title, one of the most coveted belts in all of West Virginia and for states all around, because we are the only one with a television championship. And you get to see it defended right here. Kris King with a little bit of a limp, some wincing, some gritting of the teeth, but he's here to fight. He's going to defend his belt for all he's worth. That knee weakened, of course, last week, courtesy of Jason the Gift Kincaid, who didn't have a very pleasant gift for Mr. Kris King.
No, I would have looked for the return policy on that bag of goodies, I'm telling you right now. He had Kris King up in the Kevin Sullivan Tree of Woe position. He had the pad down and he was stomping on it, and as he came off, he planted both feet into Kris King's chest on his way down.
And not only is that painful on the chest, that's added more torque to that knee as just hanging there in that Tree of Woe.
And speaking of torque, Dr. Roger Hamm goes for a rope break. Kris King brought that thing around two different directions. Both men in blue, Dr. Roger Hamm in an electric blue singlet, Kris King in a spider graphic pants, still favoring that left knee. And the fans have a huge sign out there that says Kris King rules. I saw that our camera got a good shot of that earlier. That's great.
And a lot of people make that mistake about Kris King's outfit. That's really not a spider. It's supposed to be 2Ks back to back.
Is it really? I had never knew that. Thank you for the education.
Roger Hamm squirming his way, grabbing the bottom rope. Kris King's neck is also a little bit sore. As you know, Jason Kincaid just went to work on him last week.
If for nothing else, if he didn't make a name for himself in his performance just now against Frank the Tank Parker, Jason Kincaid made his name by trying to take out the television champion last week.
Going with the lockup, backing him into the corner. Roger Hamm with his height and size advantage. A punch to the gut, sends him across the rope. Kris King reverses, back body. Whoa, my goodness!
Big drop kick by the champion. Another big drop kick.
Kris King able to get up, favoring that left knee. What a back body drop. I think Kris King had that kind of power in him.
Buddy, I tell you what, he sent Roger Hamm not over onto his back, but onto his haunches. Oh, Dr. Roger Hamm loves the camera, I'm telling you.
Roger Hamm apparently making a lot of things come true because Hamm from some pigs and that Hamm just flew.
Yeah. The pigs flew.
Get it back, ref!
So apparently now I'll get a date with Tyra Banks.
Yes, good job, good job.
Definite improvement over my last one.
Drop kick to the left knee. Out of nowhere, Roger Hamm did his homework.
He watched last week's show. He knows that left knee has very little holding it together. Maybe the athletic tape that he put on just for the matchup. But it's going to be academic from here if Kris King can't protect that left knee.
Kris King was trying to protect that left knee just now, just literally just swatting Dr. Roger Hamm away. Hamm just went to a choke. And now just yanking on those tendons. That knee must be burning.
The ache and pain. And what happens is not only does the ligaments and the structure of the knee start hurting, but all the muscles around it start aching as they try to compensate for the lack of support. So that whole leg is in pain from the toes up to the hip.
I mean, you can see it on Kris King's face right now. He is in agony. Roger Hamm has dropped all of his weight 3 straight times, I believe it was, on that knee, and then pinned it up. The fans here at Princeton are so loud. We're so thankful to have the support of a great town like Princeton, West Virginia.
Roger Hamm going right back to that knee.
He's trying to figure something out here. What's he wanting to do?
He's a doctor.
He just says, the heck with it. I'm just going to write a prescription for a kick.
That physical therapy session was canceled in favor of a kick. Apparently he skipped that day when he's getting his doctorate.
Dr. Hamm's showing that when he smells blood, he's going to have the teeth of a shark. He's going to go after it. He's going to bring Kris King up. Kris King very slow and unsteady. King ducks the clothesline, ducks an elbow. And a flying body press by our TV champion.
Kris King almost pulling a victory out of nowhere. But you know, that last gasp may be all that knee has left. You got to believe that those ligaments and tendons are just throbbing. And every step, every bounce just jostles that knee. And Kris King he's literally on his last legs here.
Spinning toe hold applied by the doctor into a small package.
Almost pulled out another victory. Nice job by Kris King. Ducking, coming back with a big forearm. Another big forearm. Able to suck it up, work through the pain. Big elbow. 1, 2, and Roger and Hamm able to kick out.
It amazes me that Kris King can still mount a viable offense at this point.
He's digging down deep. That is the most coveted belt in West Virginia. And Kris King fighting for all he's worth. Risking permanent injury to save that title. As right there, you see him favoring that left leg. Here he comes, another high-flying move. And that knee connects right there to the top turnbuckle.
Buddy, that could be it.
Neck breaker. 1, 2, 3, and we have a television champion, our third ever television champion, Dr. Roger Hamm.
Here is your winner and new NWA Mountain State Wrestling Television Champion, Dr. Roger Hamm.
winning streak in MSW history has finally come around. The TV champion, Dr. Roger Hamm. I told you, I've been telling you the whole time. Finally, some recognition. And Frank Parker, this is the real champion. Every week on TV, they're gonna see my smiling face, putting those people in the anesthesia, breaking those necks. And I've been telling you, and still, the offer's out there, pretty girls. I'm gonna give you some sugar.
What an exciting week here in Princeton, West Virginia here on May 19th. An exciting night. Of course, Dr. Roger Hamm, congratulations to him picking up the NWA Mountain State television title to wrap up an exciting hour. Frank the Tank Parker, Jason Kincaid, an exciting match. Want to thank you for joining us this week. Tune in every week right here in Fox, West Virginia, 12 o'clock high noon, and also visit us on mountainstatewrestling.com. We'll see you next Saturday, 12 o'clock. See you then.